So I remember when I was a first year, it wasn't that I didn't feel like I belonged, it was more like I felt like I was way over my head. I remember our first assignment for BB's class, I forgot exactly what it was, but everyone was throwing out the answer like it was nothing, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I did come from rigorous high school, and so I put in the work and I was studying a lot, but I wasn't really getting all the grades that I felt that I could achieve. And so it was really disappointing, really, the first year and a half.
I would ask like basic questions in docent, year one, year two docent, and it seemed like they were just pretty nonsense questions to other people. So I talked to my sister about it, and I was like, I don't know if I should stop asking questions because it seems like everyone already knows the answer.
You look at your peer mentors, and all of them, you know, maybe they were all straight A students.
The worst part was upper years kept telling us how easy it was. All I could think was, oh my god, if I'm struggling this much right now, there's no way I'll be able to get through this program.
The biggest thing that I've seen with people in my class that struggled, they didn't find someone to talk to in time, and so they really struggle in silence, and it just kind of piles up, and then you don't really realize it until the end, when that final, or, you know, right at the end of the class, when you're like, oh, you know, like, it's really hard then to dig yourself out of a hole. And I'd say try to be proactive about it, try to find someone to talk to about it early. UMKC Counseling Center is great. I saw someone there for almost 10 or 11 weeks before I kind of got on my feet, and then started doing a lot better and had more confidence in myself. And now I'm almost done with year 3 curriculum, which is still fairly rigorous in itself, and I haven't had any issues since then. So they really helped me just kind of getting through daily life, because sometimes it feels like if you're not making all A's, then you don't really belong here, but that's not true at all. You can still become a great doctor, and you don't have to make an A in every single one of your classes. They gave me some good techniques on like meditating and just everyday practices about how to keep yourself calm and stress-free, as hard as that may sound. Just little things that you can do on an everyday basis. I would say during HSEF is when I found the transition to be a little bit easier. Once you get to that year 2 point, that midway through year 2, I thought that's when it started getting a little bit easier for me. I was getting more adjusted to the workload. I was able to see someone about personal issues and just able to talk it through them.
Once I learned everything, once I learned the basics, and it took me a while to learn the basics, everything else just kind of fit into place. I think especially during summer semester, cell biology and orgo semester, I realized that like everyone was struggling. There was no one that already knew everything. So that's when I started becoming a little bit more comfortable, which is ironic because everyone says that's the semester of hell for the first year. And they're like, that is going to be the worst semester of your life. But I don't know. I mean, I had the support of my roommate and a really good friend that helped me through baby micro. And that just made all the difference.
Not everyone is a straight A student that's in the years above you. There are people that struggle with classes, and so, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get to the program or that you don't belong here. It's really about persistence and keep on going, even when the odds are against you. It's really about sticking with it, and I think if you really want to become a doctor at the end of the day, you'll find a way to get through whatever class or whatever thing you're struggling with.
Every time I see a first year, I immediately tell them whether I think they're struggling or not is like, just because people tell you like, oh, this is going to be the easiest semester and it's only going to get harder, yeah, the courses get more difficult, but you will get smarter. And I try to tell every single younger year that, because no one told me that when I was a first year, and that freaked me out so much. I had to learn a lot of study skills that a lot of my peers didn't really need to know because they already knew all the information. And once we started having 9 credit-hour classes, that really came to my benefit. I would say it's a good sacrifice to have to struggle for 3 credit-hour anatomy and be able to kind of breeze by through 9 credit-hour neurology.
Just feel like you've exhausted all your options before you really put thoughts into your head that you're not going to be able to do it. You can't do it. Nothing is impossible, as Adidas likes to say.